Shouldn't even laugh. You got a lot going on with your own husband and your own life. Y'all got all your hoes got going on.
You ain't got to try to blast me. I know my type.
Bill, what do you mean by saying Yandy has a lot going on in her marriage? What do you mean?
I mean, do you follow the shade room? Scroll down there, you'll find it all out right there in the shade room. They up to date about that man in the hotels and all his girls.
But you just gonna let your husband somebody else?
You told me.
Why? I don't call your kids. Yeah, right in Atlanta, and everybody knows. That's right. You want to talk to him like that? Yeah, what are you
doing? You won't believe how everything unfolded between Erica Mena, Yandy, and Mendeecees. Like most social media drama, it didn't begin with fireworks. It began quietly. A few comments here, a couple of posts there, people whispering in group chats, followers asking questions in comment sections. At first, it didn't seem like much. It felt like the kind of minor tension that appears and disappears within a day. But as the hours passed, what looked like small ripples began turning into waves. Screenshots started circulating. Old clips resurfaced. Subtle captions were interpreted as hidden messages. And right at the center of it all, Erica Mena finally spoke out, and when she did, her words hit harder than anyone expected. Erica has always been someone people pay attention to, not just because of her past or her high-profile relationships, but because of how she carries herself. She is strong, outspoken, and unapologetically expressive. She does not shrink to make others comfortable. When she speaks, people listen. And when it comes to her history with Mendeecees, there is no denying that their connection runs deep. Their past is layered, emotional, and very public. Mendeecees, on the other hand, has been in the spotlight for years. His relationship history has never been private, and his ties to both Erica and Yandy have long been part of public conversation. So when he appeared to step back into Yandy's world in a visible way, fans immediately noticed. The timing alone was enough to spark speculation. What made the situation even more intense was that it wasn't just about romance. It was about perception, history, and unresolved emotional weight. When someone with shared history reappears in a former partner's life, especially in a public way, it rarely feels neutral. It carries echoes of the past. Social media reacted instantly. Timelines filled with opinions. People dissected every interaction, every facial expression, every caption. Memes began circulating within hours. Fans debated whose side they were on. Was Mendeecees simply reconnecting with someone from his life? Was there a deeper story unfolding behind the scenes? Or was this all being blown out of proportion? The mystery alone was enough to pull people in. But Erica's reaction is what truly sent everything into overdrive. At first, she remained silent. And in the digital world, silence speaks loudly. Her followers began analyzing everything she posted. Even her absence became a topic of discussion. Some believed she was hurt and processing privately. Others speculated that she was preparing to respond strategically. A few assumed she was trying to rise above the drama. But when someone like Erica Mena decides to break her silence, it really goes unnoticed. Her initial response came subtly but carried weight. She posted a few lines that seemed casual at first glance. However, anyone paying close attention could sense the emotion beneath them. The wording was careful, yet it carried unmistakable tension. There was frustration. There was disappointment. There was perhaps even sadness. It wasn't explosive, but it was pointed. Fans immediately began analyzing her words. The internet quickly divided into camps. Some people supported her wholeheartedly, saying she had every right to speak up. Others argued that Mendeecees had the right to reconnect with Yandy without interference. And just like that, the situation escalated. To understand Erica's perspective, you have to look beyond the surface. For her, this wasn't just about a public reunion or a few photos circulating online. It was about watching someone she once loved step back into another person's life in a way that felt sudden and possibly disrespectful. Emotions don't disappear just because time has passed. Closure is not always neat. She has every right to feel however she feels. Add to that the pressure of public scrutiny, and emotions can intensify. This isn't a private situation unfolding behind closed doors. It is happening under bright lights with thousands if not millions of people watching and judging in. Erica spoke out directly. The tone of her statement carried years of unspoken feelings. It wasn't just about Mendeecees or Yandy in that moment. It was about respect. It was about acknowledgement. It was about the lingering weight of shared history. When she said what she said, it resonated. Social media exploded almost immediately. Screenshots of her posts went viral. Hashtags began trending, discussions flooded platforms from Instagram to Twitter to TikTok. Even people who didn't closely follow any of the individuals involved found themselves pulled into the story. Why? Because the emotions at the center of this situation are universal. Betrayal, heartbreak, jealousy, pride, the desire to feel seen and respected. This wasn't just celebrity gossip. It mirrored experiences many people have lived through privately. Fans quickly split into factions. Team Erica believed she was justified in speaking her truth. They argued that watching someone you once deeply cared about reconnect publicly with someone else, especially without clear boundaries or closure, can feel painful and destabilizing. They saw her statement as courageous. On the other side, they argued that relationships evolve and that no one has the authority to dictate what happens between two consenting adults. They believed that Erica speaking out added unnecessary fuel to an already sensitive dynamic. That divide intensified the conversation. The situation became bigger than any one individual. It became a cultural moment. Public perception played a significant role. Erica's supporters praised her honesty, saying vulnerability is empowering. Critics suggested she should have handled the matter privately. Every comment, every repost, every reaction layered more complexity onto the story. As events unfolded, it became clear this wasn't about a single interaction. It was about years of history between Erica and Mendeecees. It was about unresolved emotions. It was about what it means to move on while still existing in the same public sphere. When Erica released her full statement, it shifted the narrative entirely. Initially, some believed she was simply reacting emotionally. But as she spoke more openly, it became clear she was offering something deeper. She wasn't just venting. She was walking people through her emotional process. She described the shock of seeing Mendeecees with someone else, the sting, the way it hit her unexpectedly. But she didn't frame it purely as jealousy. She framed it as confusion, as hurt, as an honest reaction to a complicated situation. What? She did not soften her truth to protect her image. She allowed herself to be fully human in a space where image often matters more than authenticity. Her tone carried rhythm and clarity. Many followers commented on how articulate she was in expressing emotions that people often struggle to name. She spoke about heartbreak and resilience in the same breath. For some, this revealed a different side of Erica. The confident public persona was still there, navigating pain in real time. She demonstrated that strength does not require emotional silence. Fans speculated endlessly. Was she choosing not to engage? Was she waiting for the right moment? That uncertainty kept people refreshing their feeds for updates. The story continued to evolve as fans debated every new detail. Social media turned into a live discussion panel. People weren't just watching, they were participating. As days passed, the momentum did not disappear, it shifted. The focus moved beyond specific posts and onto larger themes. What does it mean to speak up after years of holding things in? How does public perception shape personal relationships? How do you process complicated emotions while millions are watching? These questions resonate beyond celebrity circles. They are deeply human. No matter what happens next, one thing is certain: Erica's decision to speak out left an impact. Her words sparked conversations about respect, timing, and emotional honesty. They reminded people that behind every trending topic are real individuals with real feelings. In the end, this is more than a love triangle or celebrity drama. It is a story about history colliding with the present. It is about vulnerability under public scrutiny. It is about how relationships evolve and how the past never fully disappears. Fans will continue to debate. They will continue to speculate. But what remains undeniable is the power of a voice that refuses to stay silent. Now the question remains: was Erica right to speak out when she did? Was her timing necessary, or did it intensify an already sensitive situation? And what will happen next between Erica, Yandy, and Mendeecees? One thing is clear, this story has already left its mark, and the conversation surrounding it is far from over.